And welcome back to the channel. On this video, if my voice sounds a little bit strange, it's because I'm fighting a cold that I just got and I'm not happy about that, but that's what life brings us once in a while, so we'll just have to deal with it. Anyway, I wanted to talk about, well, first let me tell you what I'm riding here. So I'm riding the Lyric Graffiti X, which I've been riding ever since I got it. But one of these days coming up here, I'm going to pull out the original Lyric Graffiti and take it for a ride. It's been several weeks since I've ridden it, so probably in a future video coming up here, probably get that one out for a ride after riding this one and see how much different that one feels after not riding it and riding this one exclusively. So I will do that. But on this video, I wanted to talk about not electric bikes, but electric scooters. So e-scooters have become very popular. I see them all over the place. And you know, it's not just young people riding them. I see people of all ages, and both men and women, and teenagers also riding them. So there's no real limit to, or anything like that, to who is riding them. But my question is, where exactly can you legally ride e-scooters? I've never really delved into it as to where you can actually ride e-scooters, but today I was talking to somebody who just purchased an e-scooter on Amazon, of all places, and Amazon has everything, so why am I surprised? But anyway, they bought a e-scooter. They bought the iScooter, if you're familiar. I don't know which make it was or which model it was, but it was by iScooter. It was sold on Amazon, and it was a $699 scooter that she got for $186. So a fantastic deal. And it got me thinking, you know, that was a Black Friday sale. And you know, had I seen that, just because of the price, an unbelievable deal, I probably would have went for that. But then it got me thinking today, after I talked to this person with the scooter, where actually can you really legally ride that? Because, you know, I'm up on what you can and cannot do on electric bikes. It doesn't mean the laws are that strict because you do whatever. It seems like there's no hard and fast rule where the cop is pulling you over. I haven't seen any of it. But anyway, but it still had me thinking, I want to go this way. What are the actual, you know, places you can legally ride on an e-scooter? Because if I do buy one, if I see a deal like that and can get a $700 e-scooter for $186, I'm probably going to go for it. If it looks anything decent at all, just for the fact that I don't actually own an e-scooter, not yet. So I started looking. And I'm in the state of Oregon, obviously with the name of Oregon e-biker Mark, it kind of gives it away. But so I started looking within my state here. And what are some of the things I can dig up on about scooters, because I don't know a whole lot about what you can do. It's different than a bike. There's no pedals, for one. Do they rate them class 1, class 2, class 3? I've never heard of that. So I started looking it up. And let's face it, e-scooters can go mighty fast. Some of them can go 80 miles an hour. But where can you legally do that? In a back field somewhere, probably? That's about it. But it's the same thing with an e-bike. Where can you ride an e-bike if it can go 80 miles an hour? You certainly can't legally ride that on the road. But anyway, getting back to the e-scooters though, and legal, where you can ride it legally. And so I did some looking up, and so some of my findings are you cannot ride them on a trail. You can't ride them on a multi-purpose path, and you also can't ride them without a helmet, regardless of your age. You must wear a helmet when you're riding on an e-scooter. You must be at least 16 years of age to operate an e-scooter. If you're going to double ride on an e-scooter, I guess you can put 2 people on. Would have to have a lot of space to fit 2 on there, but assuming you have enough room, I guess, and you ride 2 people, both of the riders on the scooter must be at least 18 years old, and everyone must wear a helmet, regardless of your age, unlike an electric bike. And I really like that law, and I think it should be law for an e-bike too. I don't know why it's not. It kind of makes no sense to me. I mean, common sense says wear a helmet. You know, protect your head. And for those that don't, shame on you. So when you look at all that, the only place you can ride it really, and you can't ride it on the sidewalk, I didn't mention that, but you know, I see all kinds of them riding on the sidewalk, whipping in and out, you know, onto the sidewalk, off the sidewalk, back on. I see that a lot. And so that only leaves one place, the road. So I guess you can ride it in the bike lane. But then I was thinking, okay, you can ride it in the bike lane, but bike lanes and e-bikes, for example, have the class 1, class 2, class 3, right? And the pedaling and no pedaling. So class 1, we'll go over this really quick, but class 1 is 20 miles per hour and no throttle on the bike. Class 2, same thing, but you do have a throttle, and you can throttle up to 20. Class 3 is no throttle, pedal only. You can throttle up to 20, but no throttle past 20 to 28, which is the absolute silliest law, and I did a recent video on that. To me, that's the silliest thing, you know. And but the scooter, e-scooter, so what I found out is you can ride it on the road, but you can only ride it up to 15 miles per hour. See, I didn't know that before. And we're talking about here in the state of Oregon. Now, you might want to check your local laws there. So then, you know how lots of folks complain about e-bikes going too fast? Well, how many e-scooters go faster than 15 miles per hour? All of them almost. I mean, unless you get a really, you know, low powered one. I see some that do go as low as 15, but a lot of them go 20, 25, 28. So those are all illegal, at least here in the state of Oregon. At least on the road anyway. And are you really going to ride them in a back field? Maybe, but I highly doubt it. Anyway, so I think a kick scooter, I mean, it would never replace it. Hitting my horn accidentally again. It would never replace a bike, at least for me. There's no way you're ever going to beat a bike. But a scooter, I could see it being a little bit of fun, you know, just whipping around in your neighborhood a little bit for a ride, going to the park maybe on a nice summer day. I wouldn't want to ride it in rainy weather or snow or icy conditions or anything. It would have to be a nice dry pavement for me, and ride it around a little bit, like to the park, like I say, or I suppose you could run to the grocery store, because you can take the scooter right in the store with you. The other thing about the scooter too is if you're commuting a little bit in the city, you can hop onto a public transit, right? And just basically fold your handlebar and just pick it up, right? Because a lot of them are pretty lightweight. So there are some advantages to scooter, but you're really limited then in where you can ride them. Like they say you can't ride them on trails, but how come I see in shared paths? You know what? I see them all the time on there. So they're all actually doing that illegally. And interesting. So if you know anything about more about e-scooters, depending on where you live, let me know in the comments. Do you know anything about the laws in your state for e-scooters? And do you own an e-scooter? And how do you do with your e-scooter? Are you just commuting? Like, what's the purpose of you and your scooter? Do you use it just like I would an e-bike? But let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear some comments from different people. Like I say, when I look at this, I was just looking more into my state here, local laws here. But very interesting. I didn't know that the laws were that tight on the e-scooters, but now I do. Alright, well that's going to do it for this video. I wanted to get out and talk a little bit about e-scooters because it got my attention today when I was talking to this person about her scooter that she bought on Black Friday for an awesome deal. So that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, hopefully the camera wasn't down too low. I see it was down quite a bit. If you want to subscribe to the channel, just hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about us. Share the videos. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment on this video or any other videos that you've seen on the channel, just leave those comments in the comments below. And once again, thank you for coming along with me on this video. And until next time, keep your wheels on the road. See you later.